Hello and welcome to the best mods for Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. We're going to be covering all the best mods as so many mods are getting released. So if you're keen to stay up to date with all the latest and greatest mods, mod news, or anything Kingdom Come Deliverance, come along for the journey as we explore all the best mods. Let's go. The toggle third-person view allows players to seamlessly switch between first and third-person views with a single button press. Excellent quality of life improvement for users that want to experiment and try third-person view or who just enjoy that perspective. You'll be able to toggle between the first and third using the F3 key depending on how you set it up. You can customize a hotkey. It does require a lightweight and auto hotkey script, but no permanent game modifications, making this perfect for someone who just wants to test out, use it on the fly, or use it for pitches. But an excellent mod to give you a fresh perspective of KCD2. The Anduril Narsil Reforged sword brings in the legendary Flame of the West into KCD2. It's a striking homage to Tolkien's Lord of the Rings and to Aragorn himself. Whether you're a hardcore role player or a fan of fantasy flair within a grounded setting, this is a beautifully crafted edition with multiple stat-tuned varieties. You got one with the stats of Henry's Reforged sword, one with a balanced standard long sword stats, and one with a two-handed dueling sword stat. This is of course not a lore addition to KCD2 universe, but the aesthetics isn't jarring and it actually fits in perfectly with high quality textures, easy to slot into any build with multiple options. And as a huge fan of Lord of the Rings, this is awesome to see. The additional weapons and sketch mod is a content expansion mod that introduces new weapons, including returning items from KCD1 and new weapon blueprints for crafting. The mod also rebalances Ranyek's bow to match the Ash longbow, but retains its higher charisma stat. Key features is it adds new weapons to the game, splits into two different chests depending on which version of the mod you get. KCD1 weapons appear in Henry's personal chest for the first time access. So the cool thing is you'll get a lot of weapons from KCD1, but you'll also be able to pick up the sketches and craft them yourself. So it's perfect for players who want more weapon variety, crafting options, and to return some classic KCD1 gear. The addition of blueprints and hidden chests also gives some sense of progression rather than making the weapons immediately accessible, depending on which option you get. Quickly noting some of the weapons you'll see: Ornate Dagger, Rider's Saber, Queen of Sheba's Longsword, Von Berg's Sword, and quite a few others. A new Radzig sword, Martin's sword. The mod delivers a complete visual and conceptual rework of Sir Radzig's iconic sword, now presented as Martin's sword, inspired by the legacy of Henry's adopted father, with custom models, textures, UI elements, and even a tailored scabbard. This is more than a simple recolor. It's a high quality lore-flavored enhancement for those seeking both style and impact. Fully custom 3D model and texture, includes the new scabbard, and even in the UI you'll get the updated icon. There are two versions, the original game damage or the balanced version, making it a bit weaker. Craftable after the blacksmith tutorial, and also available via console command. Visual quality is very high detailed. There's one beautiful, polished, master-crafted sword. It blends very well into the narrative in the world. Naming it after Henry's blacksmith father adds emotional weight and player-driven justification for carrying a custom sword, but a perfect blend of custom art, immersion, and backstory. Flexible options, making this a must-have beautiful sword. Correct equipment names is a historical, accurate renaming overhaul. It fixes inaccurate, inconsistent, and unclear naming conventions of weapons and armor, ensuring they benefit from reflecting real-life medieval terminology. This is particularly good for players who want historical accuracy or proper weapon classifications. Fixes the inaccurate and vague item names, uses proper medieval terminology, clarifies armor types, corrects misleading descriptions. Lightweight, historically accurate naming mod, perfect for players who want that attention to detail and more realism. Bathmaid Robes replaces textures of the Bathmaids to create a more transparent, higher visual fidelity version, and it looks absolutely stunning, as well as much more realistic, with the clothing being somewhat see-through, sticking to the skin, and certainly one a lot of people are going to enjoy. With the 4K texture, you get the extra enhanced detail. There's no mesh alterations, meaning the robes are still used for default body shapes. No transparency below the waist because the body meshes don't extend there. It will conflict with other mods that replace the Bathmaid robe textures, so keep that in mind. A very interesting mod and definitely worth checking out. Crimson Byte Katana introduces a sleek, high-tech looking katana, which is automatically placed into your stash chest upon installing the mod, but it is a superb, modern, cyberpunk, high-polished, glowing katana. The weapon is sleek, modern, and injected straight into your stash with no fuss. Designed as a standalone item using PTF, it avoids conflict and it's a plug and play. The weapon itself is a superb fantasy sci-fi weapon very cyberpunk, if not possibly from cyberpunk. Completely breaking immersion, but it is a fantastically well-detailed, styled weapon, cleanly implemented weapon mod that delivers exactly what it promises. A standalone conflict, badass, cyberpunk, katana, perfect for those that want to slice through bandits like you're a cybernetic samurai from the medieval times. Some of you are going to love this one. DDV 4K Enhanced Henry Bodies mod gives Henry a visual uplift by creating high resolution textures that enhance Henry's body model for a more detailed and a refined appearance. 4K resolution upgrade for Henry is a standalone version that works with most mods that alter Henry's face. You'll find better muscle definition and skin textures, making Henry looking more refined and realistic, compatible with vanilla textures but conflicts with some other body replacements. Fog of the Kingdom Dynamic Fog enhances the fog system, making it react dynamically to time of day and weather conditions. This increases immersion and realism by ensuring that the fog appears naturally in the morning, during rain, and dissipates on clear days. It's an interesting approach that alters two different values, adjusting the volumetric fog behavior and the controls that trigger it, whether it be sun, fog, or rain. Pretty immersive mod. Adding additional dynamics to the fog can really transform the overall feel and atmosphere to really soak in those extra particles. Enhanced Pugilism modifies unarmed combat system by making gauntlets affect unarmed damage and adding new fist fighting gear. This is a perfect mod for players who want a stronger unarmed combat playstyle focus or playthrough, and it makes a lot of sense. I like the idea of adding gauntlets to boost unarmed damage. Plate gauntlets increase unarmed damage by up to 50%, making fist fight way more viable. You can now equip hand wraps when fighting barehanded. You can also get weighted hand wraps. Comes in 4 colors. This is going to boost your damage. You better find them throughout the world, which is a nice touch, or sold by the vendor Miller. There are some hidden stashes, but you can just use the code to get some of these drops. But I freaking love this mod. Fist fighting for days in Kingdom Come 2. Now you can strap some metal and beat the bejeebers out of all the NPCs, making this a very interesting, viable new playing mechanic. The ultimate photo free cam mod. This is going to be a big one. This is a must-have tool for anyone looking to take awesome screenshots or game footage. It transforms the standard photo mode by removing the pause restriction, allowing players to capture motion and atmosphere dynamically, perfect for live action shots, ambient movements, or glorious combat cinematics. Comes with the feature of being able to unpause the free cam, unlimited camera distance, with the simple key functionality of pressing end to unpause and pause the world. This is the ultimate photo and video cam mod that KCD2 desperately needed. With easy access, it is one of the best utility mods for visual storytelling within KCD2. Whether you're making trailers, lore videos, cinematics, or just want some cool recordings and exploring the gorgeous world of KCD2, this tool will empower you to make the game look truly epic. So cool to see this.